In the shadowy intersection of Silicon Valley innovation and military power stands Palantir Technologies, a company whose name, drawn from the all-seeing stones in Lord of the Rings, perfectly captures its mission to transform how America sees, understands, and wins on the modern battlefield. Welcome to the new era of warfare, where victory isn't determined by who has the most troops or tanks, but by who can make the fastest, most informed decisions. And at the heart of this revolution is a company most Americans have never heard of. The year is 2025. In a remote corner of the Pacific, a U.S. Army Tactical Operations Center hums with activity. But unlike operations centers of previous decades, you won't find walls plastered with paper maps and officers shouting coordinates. Instead, a small team sits before screens displaying a comprehensive digital overview of the entire battlespace. This is Titan, the Tactical Intelligence Targeting Access Node, Palantir's groundbreaking AI-defined vehicle that serves as the nerve center for America's evolving military strategy. Titan integrates data from multiple sensors across space, air, and ground domains, processing this information through advanced AI algorithms to identify and track targets with unprecedented speed and accuracy. The system can detect enemy positions up to 150 kilometers away and coordinate precision strikes within minutes, a capability that fundamentally changes the dynamics of modern warfare. What Palantir has created with systems like Titan is nothing short of revolutionary, explains Major Sarah Chen, one of the first officers to train with the next generation system. In previous conflicts, the time between identifying a threat and responding could be hours. Now we're talking minutes or even seconds. Major Chen is part of an elite cadre of officers helping to bridge the gap between Silicon Valley innovation and battlefield reality. Having served 2 tours in the Middle East before being selected for the Titan implementation team, she represents the new breed of military leadership, technically proficient and combat tested. The first time I saw what this system could do, I immediately thought of colleagues I'd lost because we simply couldn't connect the dots fast enough, Chen recalls, her voice momentarily wavering. This technology saves American lives, both by protecting our troops and by ensuring that when force is necessary, it's applied with surgical precision. At the core of Palantir's military revolution is its AI-powered targeting and intelligence analysis capabilities. The Maven Smart System, in use since 2017, processes vast amounts of data that would overwhelm human analysts. Picture this scenario. A drone identifies suspicious activity near a critical infrastructure point. In the past, this data would need to be manually analyzed, cross-referenced with intelligence reports, and slowly worked up the chain of command for a decision. By then, the opportunity might be lost, or worse, soldiers endangered. Palantir's systems change this equation dramatically, instantly correlating the drone footage with satellite imagery, signals intelligence, and historical patterns to provide commanders with action-ready intelligence. By March 2025, Palantir had delivered the first 2 next-generation Titan systems to the Army, with 8 more scheduled by 2026. The long-term vision, a fleet of 100 to 150 units, forming the backbone of America's information-driven defense strategy. Perhaps Palantir's most underappreciated contribution comes in an area that rarely makes headlines, but can determine the outcome of conflicts: logistics and supply chain management. Modern warfare consumes resources at a staggering rate. A 2024 Pentagon assessment suggested that in a high-intensity Pacific conflict, America's stockpiles of precision-guided munitions might last only 3 to 10 days, a sobering vulnerability. Here, Palantir's Foundry platform works its magic, analyzing patterns to predict equipment failures before they happen, optimizing munitions distribution, and ensuring that the right supplies reach the right units at the right time. Amateurs talk tactics, professionals talk logistics, says Chen, quoting a military maxim. Palantir understands this at a fundamental level. They're not just helping us find targets, they're ensuring we have the sustained capability to act when it matters most. The modern battlefield isn't just land, sea, or air. It's all of these plus space and cyberspace, operating simultaneously. Palantir's Gotham platform serves as the connective tissue between these domains, enabling what military strategists call Joint All-Domain Command and Control, or JADC2. In practical terms, this means a Navy destroyer can seamlessly share targeting data with Air Force fighters, Army artillery, and Space Force assets, all coordinated in real time to deliver effects that no single service could achieve alone. This interoperability has transformed from a wish list item to an absolute necessity as the U.S. faces adversaries like China and Russia, who have invested heavily in systems designed to disrupt America's traditional military advantages. What truly distinguishes Palantir's approach is its commitment to soldier-centered design. Unlike traditional defense contractors who might develop systems in isolation, Palantir embeds engineers directly with military units to gather real-time feedback. Major Chen explains, "I've worked with other systems where it felt like the designers had never spoken to an actual soldier. With Palantir, there's a continuous dialogue. When our team identified an issue with how the Titan system displayed time-sensitive targets, engineers implemented changes within weeks, not years. This iterative development process ensures that Palantir's technologies align with battlefield realities, a vital edge when facing adversaries whose own military technologies are advancing rapidly." TITAN itself exemplifies this approach. The system features an intuitive interface that can be mastered with minimal training, allowing soldiers to focus on decision-making rather than wrestling with complex software. Its ruggedized hardware withstands extreme conditions, from desert heat to Arctic cold, while its modular design allows for rapid updates as new threats emerge. Perhaps most impressively, Titan can operate in electromagnetically contested environments where communications are degraded, a critical capability when facing advanced adversaries. Despite these advances, America's military modernization faces significant hurdles. A strained industrial base, recruitment challenges, and the ethical questions surrounding AI and warfare all present complex problems that technology alone cannot solve. Furthermore, as Major Chen cautions, we can't become so dependent on these systems that we lose the ability to function without them. The most dangerous scenario is one where an adversary finds a way to blind our digital eyes. Palantir's work addresses many of these concerns, but also raises important questions about the role of private companies in national defense and the proper boundaries around artificial intelligence in warfare. As we stand at this critical juncture in military history, one thing is clear. The partnership between innovative companies like Palantir and America's armed forces represents a new chapter in how democracies defend themselves. Major Chen, who has witnessed this transformation firsthand, puts it this way: "Technology doesn't win wars, people do. But what Palantir gives us is the ability to make better decisions faster than our adversaries. In modern conflict, that speed and precision advantage might make the difference between victory and defeat." The stone from Tolkien's mythology that gives Palantir its name was described as having the power to show distant visions from across time and space. Today's Palantir doesn't just show visions of the battlefield, it's actively reshaping it, one algorithm at a time. America's military strength has always depended on its ability to adapt and innovate. In Palantir, we see the latest chapter in that enduring story, a uniquely American fusion of Silicon Valley ingenuity and military necessity that may well determine the balance of global power for decades to come.